Let's be real for a second. We are right in the middle of one of the biggest, most fundamental shifts of our lifetime. I'm talking about artificial intelligence and its impact on, well, everything. Our jobs, our economy, the very definition of what it means to work. So in this explainer, we're going to break it all down. We'll look at the incredible new tech, we'll identify the jobs that are facing a massive disruption, and most importantly, we're going to map out how you can actually thrive in this new era.
So let's just jump right in with something that sounds like pure science fiction, but it's not. Forget typing, forget even talking to your devices. What if you could control your entire digital world just by thinking about it? I'm not kidding. There are companies right now developing these non-invasive headsets that basically read the electrical signals in your brain, your brainwaves. You just form a thought, and this device translates it into a command for a super smart AI assistant, what we're starting to call an AI agent.
Okay, now here's where it gets really revolutionary. Imagine you connect that thought-reading tech to a powerful AI agent. You're sitting in a meeting in Mumbai, and you just think to yourself, I really need to get home tonight. That's it. That's the whole command. In the background, your AI agent gets that signal. It already has your calendar. It knows your location. It knows your travel preferences. Instantly, it finds the perfect 11 p.m. flight and just pings your little message. Hey, does Air India at 11 p.m. work for you? You just think yes. Boom, flight's booked. But it doesn't stop there. It knows you're going to miss dinner, so it's already ordered your favorite meal to the airport. It's booked your cab, timing it perfectly to get you there. By the time you walk out of your meeting, your ride is waiting and your food is on the way. That is the power of a proactive, truly personal AI, and the core of this technology, it's already here.
But AI's power goes way beyond just managing your schedule. It's also getting incredibly good at understanding people, sometimes on a profoundly deep level. Let me introduce you to a tool called Crystal Knows. It's a simple Chrome extension, but what it does is kind of mind-blowing. It analyzes a person's entire digital footprint, their LinkedIn profile, their comments, their posts, and it uses all that data to build a detailed psychographic profile. It looks at their word choice, their phrasing, and maps out their core personality traits. The result is, and this is wild, a detailed playbook on how to best interact with that person. So think about it. Before you even walk into a job interview, you could know the interviewer's exact communication style. Before a huge sales meeting, you'd understand exactly which arguments are going to resonate with them the most. The tool can literally suggest topics that will energize them, tell you what to avoid, and even show you how to phrase your emails to build the best possible rapport. You get a level of insight that, honestly, might otherwise take you years of friendship to figure out. So, when you combine these two incredible powers, the ability to execute incredibly complex tasks with just a thought, and the ability to understand human behavior on a deep psychological level, you get an inevitable and massive consequence. A shockwave is coming for the job market. And this isn't some far-off, distant problem. It's already starting. Here's the fundamental truth you need to understand. It's actually pretty simple. If your job can be broken down into a set of rules, into a standard operating procedure, it is vulnerable, full stop. An AI agent can follow that procedure flawlessly, 24/7, without getting tired, without making mistakes, and at a fraction of the cost of a human. This if this, then that logic is the bedrock of countless professional jobs today, from booking calendars and processing invoices, all the way to writing basic code and analyzing data.
Now you might be thinking, okay, that sounds like it applies to a few template jobs, right? Well, the reality is staggering. Some credible estimates suggest that as much as 80%, that's 80, of the jobs that exist today are fundamentally built on this exact kind of repeatable, process-driven work. That's not just a slice of the economy. That is an enormous portion of the entire global workforce.
And look, we don't have to guess about this. A recent report from Microsoft paints a really stark picture of which jobs are safe and which ones are not. On one side, you have the professions that are safer for now. These are physical, hands-on jobs like being a plumber, a nurse, or a carpenter, things that require real-world dexterity. But on the other side, the jobs facing massive disruption are the very core of our digital economy. Software engineers, graphic designers, content writers, accountants. You see the pattern here, right? If your job happens primarily on a computer, it's about to go through a fundamental change. Now, some places are going to feel this shock wave a lot more than others. We're talking about economies that operate on what you could call an economy of inefficiency. You know what I mean? It's a place where the cultural default, the knee-jerk reaction to every single problem, is to just hire more people. Your research team is falling behind? Hire 3 more researchers. Now they're overwhelmed? Well, let them hire a couple of interns. This approach of just throwing bodies at inefficiencies, whether it's at the corner store or in a billion-dollar corporation, has built a job market where a huge percentage of the work is just low-value grunt work that, frankly, can now be easily automated.
Okay, I know. That all sounds pretty alarming. Maybe even a little scary. But it is absolutely crucial to understand this next part. While all these old structures are being disrupted, this exact same wave of technology is creating massive, massive new pockets of opportunity. The game is definitely changing, but it is not over, not by a long shot. For those who are ready to adapt, the potential is just enormous.
So, where's the biggest opportunity right now? Where's the gold rush? It's in serving the millions of small and medium-sized businesses that are the true backbone of the economy. Think about it. These businesses, they know they need to use AI, but they just don't have the time or the expertise to figure it out. And that right there creates a huge opening for a whole new generation of entrepreneurs and consultants. You could build AI agents that automatically find new customer leads for a local marketing agency. You could set up an AI voice assistant to handle all the incoming sales calls for a real estate office, making sure they never ever miss a lead again. Or you could become an AI strategy consultant. Go into a company, analyze their processes, and show them how to automate everything from buying supplies to customer service, making them radically more efficient and profitable.
Okay, so this all leads to the most important question, right? How can you, personally, start using these tools to your advantage? It's not nearly as complex as it sounds. Let's break down a simple power-up kit to get you started on becoming way more effective and, frankly, way more valuable in this new world.
The first thing you've got to understand is that it's not about finding the one single best AI. That's the wrong way to think about it. It's about using the right tool for the right job, because they all have their own unique superpowers. Take Grok, for instance. With its real-time connection to X, it is absolutely unmatched for analyzing what people are thinking and saying right now. You want to know the public sentiment on a new product? Grok is your tool. Then you've got ChatGPT. It's the ultimate generalist, your perfect go-to for everyday tasks, quick summaries, rewriting that awkward email. And then there's Claude. Claude is a master of high-quality content generation. If you need to write something nuanced, creative, or long-form, Claude's output is often in a class of its own.
But there is one critical rule that applies to all of them. These incredibly powerful tools are only as good as the instructions you give them. A vague, one-sentence request? That's like a generic key. It'll get you a generic, mediocre, and probably useless result. But a detailed, well-structured instruction, a great prompt, that's like a master key. It unlocks the AI's full potential. I'm telling you, right now, mastering the art of the prompt is the single most valuable professional skill you can possibly develop.
So how do you actually write a great prompt? Well, you can dramatically improve your results just by using a simple four-part formula. Let's call it the magic prompt formula. First up, role. You have to assign the AI a persona. Don't just ask it to write something. Tell it you are an expert email copywriter with 15 years of experience in sales psychology. See the difference? Second, objective. State your goal with absolute clarity. Write an email to convince my boss to give me 2 days off next month. Third, context. This is crucial. Provide the important background info. My boss is 45 years old, he believes everyone should be in the office, and he doesn't like people taking too many leaves. And finally, fourth, data. Include any specific facts or figures if they're relevant. By giving the AI this rich, layered instruction, you transform it from just a simple tool into a true expert collaborator.
Look, at the end of the day, AI isn't some unstoppable force that's coming to take your job. It is the most powerful tool our civilization has ever created. And history shows us time and time again that the people who succeed are the ones who master the dominant tools of their era. The advantage doesn't go to the strongest or even the smartest. It goes to the most adaptable. The disruption is absolutely real, but so is the opportunity. And the choice of how you respond, well, that's entirely up to you.